Hi guys, I am in for the masculine and feminine report this weekend. So I'm just gonna get into it. It's general. Um, I'm going into love and romance again. We're gonna end off with a fluffy love card. Might get into some detail here. I've got all my love, romance, and sex cards. So 18 plus, please. Just a warning, they can get pretty funky. So I will start off with the feminine here and get rolling. Okay, first card for the feminine in the general energies for the week. Try and get. How am I doing here? Oh, don't tell me my phone's gonna go nuts now. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. My tarot stand. Anyway, I got a new desk, so it's throwing everything off. But nonetheless, okay. First card for the feminine, contentment. So she may be in a feeling of contentment this week. Might be feeling content about some things or trying to get this way. I feel like we're trying to get this way. I think we're trying to even out from some energy here. Next card, healing. Yeah. I think that's the focus for the feminine this week, is to try and get some healing energy moving. Moving, active, proactive, being in the healing process. Yeah, just right in the thick of it. So there's something here, and I feel obviously emotional, right? Healing. Yeah, we may not be jumping, skipping along the streets this week, but a lot of introspection and processing of healing energy this week is what I'm getting. Then we get beauty. Give me a minute here. I feel like the beauty is like in a reversed energy, meaning we're lacking the feeling of being like this energy is lacking from us. So that would mean that because of the healing we're going through, we don't feel the utmost beautiful at this time. We don't feel like we're leading with our beauty. We're kind of feeling low and sullen. And so this is, this is what it's going to take kind of a back seat for a while here till we get back on top of our energy field, meaning until we get back into high emotion, happiness, content, beyond contentment into happiness, then we might see some of this feeling beautiful. But for now, I get a sense we're not able to feel beautiful because our heart is hurting, right? Or at least healing. It's low on energy, low on funds. This heart of ours. That's what's going on. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify these one level, and then we'll get into the romance area. So on the contentment, that's the first card. We get the Ten of Swords. So look at that, right? This may be, Ten of Swords is very tragic kind of a card. Doesn't mean that we're dead. It just means that we've had enough, right? We've had a lot of stabs in our back, maybe to our heart is a sense I get. Can't take no more. I'm trying to understand if that contentment is something we're bringing forward with us, like meaning we've had enough and we're content to leave, because that's kind of the sense I'm getting, is that we've had enough here, and you know what? It'll do us better if we leave, because staying here is not making it any better. So, obviously relating to a relationship. So on the healing card here, what do we get there? The Queen of Cups. So yeah, Queen of Cups, she's about that emotion. Now look at her going back to the Ten of Swords. So there's obviously a lot of emotion and effort that was put forth to this area that we got stabbed in, right? We put a lot of our emotional time and effort there. And that's what we need healing from, is the fact that We got to get over that, right? Got to get over that hump, because there's somebody here that either took advantage of us, or just took advantage. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, on top of this, this card here, we're talking about the beauty, and I was saying that there's a sense here that we're just not feeling that. It's not like we can jump from one relationship and go out and just, feel great and wonderful after we've had all of this come down on us. So there's hit after hit after hit we took, and it just kind of beat us down to a degree. We just got no more emotions left. And I feel like that's the cup kind of went with that energy. All that love and emotion kind of went out the window. So on top of the beauty card, we get the Page of Cups, which is interesting, because that's an energy coming behind her. This can be about apologies. This can be about friendship offerings, light offerings on the caring side. A lot of care nonetheless, and even love, but very low key, right? There's a few scenarios popping up. One is that there is someone that is sorry for hurting us, and we may not be facing them, right? Because she's literally she's looking, trying to deal with all of the hurt emotionally. She's turned inside, trying to deal with all that pain. And then there's someone out of the blue here trying to offer. So either we got a new love offer coming toward, or an apology coming from, and we'll see where that hits now. On top of the Ten of Swords, we get the Five of Wands. And this is the Romance deck. This is like the ending. We've had an ending. It was not great and wonderful either. Five of Swords is about, you have this man talking to this woman, and he's brought her down. She's dancing with the crew, and he's got her full 100% attention, brought her down, and he's got flowers behind his back. So he's trying to come out to her and, say, I care for you, want to go on a date, whatever it is, right? Back in the day. So there's a sense of this, someone doing this. Now, because it's behind that energy, it brings shiftiness. Now, on the Queen of Cups, we get 17, which is the Star. Now, in this deck, it talks about directions. What direction are we going to go here with regards to the relationship that just happened? We've had a lot of either lies, treachery, deceit. All of these things have come down. And the sense I'm getting is her cup is empty. It may not be empty here, but the sense is here, we've drained it of all of this. So who is this? Is this the guy that was had our full attention, and now, there's no more? Because that is a couple holding hands here, but which way are they going to go? How are they going to take it? So there's a sense here we could be at a crossroads in a relationship. Now, on the Page of Cups, what do we get? We get the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, he's footloose, fancy free. So he can go off, and he don't have no ties to nobody. He doesn't necessarily want anything or need anything. So this may have been the scenario. We may have got caught up with the dude that really was footloose, fancy free, didn't know what direction he wanted to take things, or they, whatever partnership you have here, man or woman, not knowing where they want to take it. So therefore it created some hurt. Could be that. But at some point here, either they had our undivided attention or we gave them. Either way, something went off the rack here. Okay, so I'm going to clarify again here. On top of the 5, which is the complete attention that someone was getting, we have the Fool, which is going off in new directions, right? So maybe this is what happened. We gave our complete attention to someone and they took off in another direction, or we did this to someone else, right? 10, 15, 17, the star, which talks about what direction is this going to go. We have the 5 of Swords to clarify that. And that talks about victory at the expense of someone else. So somebody was thrown under the bus here. Somebody wanted to go off in a new direction, and the sense I'm getting is we didn't inform the other person. Someone wanted to go and took off kind of prematurely, before they let the other partner know, or maybe kind of did it on the sly. And there's a sense here of having someone upset about it. Now on the page, which is, guy, he really has no ties. He just makes his money and goes home. We have the Sun card, which is interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like what they're saying is we need to go. We maybe overstayed our welcome here. Maybe didn't pick up on some cues this person was given. So we need to take off here. But I feel like it could be different for different people. I feel like some people were left or are being left. How do you say? Some people are in a relationship where the person on the other side is single. They're not committed to this person without their knowledge. Like they don't know that. So they're just out playing the field and being footloose. But the person on the one side is like, well, we're an item, like we're a thing, like no. But the other person's not taking it that seriously. That's one scenario. The other scenario is, give me a minute. Yeah, basically the same thing, only one person's really veering off on that direction with no intent to stay here, but they're just getting what they can until they're completely kind of converted, is the sense. But it's good. It's highly aspected. This is left. It's what I'm getting. Sorry, my mic is way off. It's highly aspected. This is left. Is what I'm. This is the feminine. It's very mixed up, the energy here. On the Fool, which is about going in the new direction here, and that's, romantically. Now we get the Fool on the sex side. So there is a sense here, no loyalty, no matter, is the sense I'm getting. Nobody's loyal to nobody. So we may just have a sense of some people just tasting waters all around. So maybe not so much a sense of loyalty to anyone here, masculine or feminine, not wanting to be loyal, period, is the sense I'm getting. Now, on top of the 5 of Swords, we get the Knight of Swords. So same element. Knight of Swords is about a new direction in love. And this guy, he takes charge of things. We may be going in a new direction to take charge. More of what we want in the bedroom is the sense I'm getting. Now on that Sun card, we have the Empress. And the Empress really is, yeah. She oozes sensuality, sexuality, all of that, right? Everything that a man wants, also fertility as well. In the process here, I feel like there's people going in new directions, looking for different kind of intimacy, if I can put it that way. And the Empress is about being charged from all levels. The sense they're giving me is someone, it's kind of like that pheromone thing, they can smell it coming by. It's this kind of an energy. So the feminine's kind of getting ready. She's off one track and going in another direction here. We're going to switch gears a little bit. And not only that, there's a sense of sensuousness within her that is like fire, like brush fire. It's just going. And it's people are noticing. from the outside, like she's oozing it from the inside, but the partners are noticing from the outside. So there's a sense of that. As we go one more deeper, on top of that, new direction here, and I feel like that is intimately. These are the sex cards, the red. On top of that, we get 2, which is the 2 of Shields, which talks about trying to balance things out. In the sense, if we go back to the beginning here of needing to heal, I feel like this is what they're talking about. It's like heal first and then go in. We don't want to be healing through a relationship, but nonetheless, they're going to do this. The sense is we're going. We're going and we're going to deal with things as we go. So it's not so much anybody's going to take that advice as much as balance your energy. Make sure you don't get too carried away. Trying to prove, right? Trying to prove yourself forward. Now, on top of that Knight of Swords there, we get the Queen of Cauldrons. Now, this is a mismatch. So we have a pair here. She's also... she's facing the 2, which means there's an imbalance in the way that she delivers her love here. And that is because she needs more healing. But they're going, that's the way she's going. She's going out in an imbalanced way. And even though we may have the Empress at our back here, oozing sensuality, it's still going to be off a little bit, like not healed completely, right? So on top of that Empress energy, we have the Hanged Man, and that's interesting. Because, sorry, I'm trying to center this. The Hanged Man is about illumination, right? He's standing upside down so he can get some new ideas. And what's going on here is that the woman needs to be illuminated to the fact she needs to heal from the inside first. She's not looking at it that way. It may be kind of, what do you call that? Where they go off and they rebound, right? Yeah, highly. They're going highly. Rebound energy. We're wanting to heal through someone else. They go, doesn't happen that way. It takes longer. If we don't heal on our own, it takes longer to heal through someone else. So anyway, the love is they're going, we might as well pour half of that cup out because that's all we got, if that, to give, right? So there's a sense of needing to balance that. Now, into the sex cards again, 18 plus here. We have the 8 on top of the 2, which is about balancing energies. We have the 8, and that is, I mean, she's holding a balance, right? Holding a scale, talking about justice, talking about consequences for actions. And I feel like, give me a minute. Yeah, there may be some consequences intimately for this. Yeah, because, okay. Spiritual sex 101. Basically, the sense they're giving me, and they gave me a sense of this through another reading. If you shut off your heart and do not heal it, the sensual pleasure gets shut down as well. So, people are wondering why can't I have an orgasm? Why can't I, I'm with someone, why can't I get? And they're like, well, if we're shutting our heart off or walling ourselves up, that absolutely takes away from the big O, cuts it in half, turns it off, this kind of thing. So this male, female, don't matter. But that's the sense they're giving me through this is we may go to another partner, but don't expect to be physically satisfied no matter, because of our lack of healing. Emotionally, we have to be full in order to get, because they're talking about orgasms. That's what they're saying. It's not going to happen. You're not going to get that in the ways that you may have in the past in this way. And in fact, this may have been shutting down for a long time, over a long period of time. Okay, so on the Queen of Cups, we have the 4 of Pentacles, and that talks about someone here who is looking at their money and not the partner they got going on there, and this can transfer to a woman as well. There's something else here that she's looking at, not a partner, that is more important. So business may be more important, or just not looking at the partner in an intimate way whatsoever, which is interesting because I'm getting a sense here the woman wants to go off in a direction and get satisfied. And we're not going to get this on the level that we think intellectually we can because we're not healed. Besides that, we may not mentally be into it, which is interesting because why is she going in that direction? But it may, the opportunity may arise, right? So we'll see what happens here on the Hanged Man, which talks about, it can talk about hang time as well. And because it's on the Empress, it just makes me feel like that's where the sensuality goes. It has to take a hang time. Why? Because we're not completely healed. The Empress, she's healed. She's got everything and she's abundant. She's glowing. So if we're not healed, we can't quite keep that energy. So that takes a hang time, right? So that's what they're talking about. We need to look at things differently here. On top of that, we get the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups is about, in this deck, could be about communication, can be about boredom, and it can also be about being pleased. The sense I get here is they're kind of talking after the fact, right? So it's the sense, I think the boredom is the lack of activity because we're communicating, but there's a contentment. So it's nothing, no fireworks going on. Just communication and everything's okay. And the Four Cups usually can be about discontent, but the sense here is we're just, how you say? It's the after effect, right? The afterglow, that's what they're doing. So that's what I'm attributing that to. It's a very mix of energies here for the feminine. It's all over the place. And I don't feel like I'm picking up on different. I just feel like I'm picking up on the energy of, the feminine that they're trying to singulate. And then it's just all over the place. Like we want a partner, we don't want a partner. We want to give, we don't want to give. Like this kind of thing is what I'm getting. So I got a love card to kind of wrap up the energy for the feminine to help her through the week. It says, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. So communication is highly aspected here. They want you to communicate with the ones that you care about. And they're going, if we don't care enough or they haven't built up a rapport, we should be keeping things to ourselves. Because the sense is they're going, we're wasting our energy on people that don't care for us back, don't care for us in the same way. That's a waste to give, And so there might be a perception problem in that for these feminines. We'll see. So now we're going to head over to the masculine, see where they're at. Okay, so the basic energies for the masculine here, we have raw with power. They are in power mode. This guy's cocked and ready. No pun. So he's ready to go, right? He's got muscles and, he's beaming, the sun shining. Where do I go? What do I do? Right? He's just before the storm. This is what's happening. Next card is organization. So he may be getting his ducks in a row here in some kind of way, preparing to move forward. Next card, ecstasy. Maybe dealing with some of this over this time. Maybe even this weekend. So we may be indulging, is a sense I get. And I may notice there's a couple of women there. I don't know if that's the same woman in a dream and in reality or what. But he seems pretty content. So we'll go off that energy. Figure if we can figure this out. Now, on the power card, we get the Four of Cups. This is interesting because we're talking about power and him feeling powerful. And we get the Four of Cups is really kind of the opposite of that. It's discontent, boredom, apathy, not interested. So something here is being offered to this male, masculine, and he is not at all interested. He just is not interested. So there's power here, but nowhere to put it is the sense. Now on top of the organization card, we get the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about defensive behavior, defending off. So there may be something coming at this male that not only is he disinterested, but it keeps coming and he has to fend it off. It's to send they gave me annoying, like that it's becoming annoying. So this may be what the masculines having to deal with at this time. Now on the ecstasy card, we get the 5 of Wands. This is interesting. So these are really, it's just an escalation here. We got the 4 cups, like, I don't want. 5 of Wands is like, get back. And then the 7 of Wands is like, get back. I'm on guard. And then the 5 of Wands is all out battle. So it's a heavy escalation here of defensive. Now, is this because of ecstasy? Like, this doesn't make sense to me, but we'll go deeper here. It's kind of funny. Okay, on top of the 4 cups, we get the 8 of Wands, or the 8 of Canes, I guess, in this deck. It's talking about a one-night stand, and this one here, it's a few things, like we could be tied to someone, because he's got a tie on his wrist. He could be tied to someone romantically and then having a one-night stand, or this man goes out, has a one-night stand, and now he feels tied to this woman that he wanted a one-night stand with. He don't want nothing else, but he feels more. No, that's the one. But here he's getting an offer he just don't want. So the sense is that I had a one-night stand here. I maybe am creating a tag on that I'm not in preparation here to fend off. Now on the 7 of Wands, 3 of Cups, this is interesting because 3 of Cups is about a man going into a brothel. He gets sexually satisfied and he walks out. These are 2 different energy fields. There's someone he cares for. We just don't know if it's her or someone else. In here, he don't care for nobody. He's just getting satisfied. He's getting his needs met in raw ways, and that's it. Now, it's interesting because that creates the 7 of Wands, the burying off to people. So is this man being tempted by... Okay, forgive me, going back in years here. Is he being tempted by harlots and now has to fend off? Because I don't know. I got to keep going deeper here. So on the 5 of Wands that talks about, well, look at that. 5 of Wands talks about struggle, like almost like fighting, like almost physically fighting. We have the 5 of Cups, 5-5. And that is about the harlot. I looked it up again. And it's about the woman that's kind of loose, right? And she's on everybody's lap. That's the sense I'm getting. Is this man may have had a one-night stand with someone. You can't shake him. Okay. He was going in to get satisfied here. And now, like, look at his face. He ain't happy. He's not really enjoying it. She's having fun, but he's not really enjoying it. He's like, she's a little too drunk or whatever for me, right? So, and this one here is kind of like, I feel like that was what happened. We had a one-night stand with something. We're tied to somebody. We had a one-night stand. We wanted to get satisfied physically. And now this person's hanging on to us. We can't let go. Can't get rid of them. Well, there's an easy way to do that, but I guess he's not going there. So the 8 of Wands. On top of that, we get the 9 of Pentacles. That's the single life, right? This is what this guy, he's single. Wants to stay single, but he's got someone that's kind of, I don't know if maybe it's not the same one. Maybe it's being loose. But this is the singles card. Happy to be single. Happy, sorry. Footloose, fancy free of my pentacles and my garden and my home. And I'm happy. I don't want to share with nobody. I got good things. And And I don't mind being by myself. And that's on top of the one night stand. So it makes me think, I just had this one night stand. I don't want no ties, no nothing. I'm fine by myself. I don't want. So 3 of coins. On top of that, we get the page of cups. Now this is interesting because this is opposites again. Because this 3 of coins, he's going in there. He's going to pay these women and walk out. There's nothing, not a tie there. Now the page is about developing feelings. He's got a fish jumping out. Like, I'm gonna go in a direction. I'm either starting to develop feelings for this person, or I'm developing feelings, period, where I want to start to show them outward. To this person or not, I don't know. But the sense is I'm single and footloose, and I'm going to start to go outward and show it. And in a sense, that person is. But at the same time, what's going on? Because now on top of this 5, we have the 10. Yeah, see, this is the weird thing. Okay. Few scenarios. One, this man is loose and he's going out and just taste testing and not making any commitments. And now he's deciding that he wants to narrow it down to either one area, or he just wants to have family stability somewhere. Okay. And then there's someone who's gone out and had kind of one night stands kind of thing, and now is feeling more for this person than they intended. They just thought they'd have a one night and they don't want no more. But now it's like I'm developing feelings like I want more. I went in looking for sex and I came out looking for love and stability here. Starting to feel more things and want more. The 10 of Pentacles is about family, home, stability, money, and whatnot, right? Having all of that line up. We are at the 9 of Pentacles, so the sense here is we want to share our wealth with someone we may have met here under a one night stand heading, and now are changing that, or we're done with the single life and wanting to settle down. Okay, I'm going to move into the sex side. Take these out. Move into the sex side here. Start with the Knight of Pentacles, and that's the dude, man. He likes to come in and make stable offers. This is long-term commitment, all this stuff. So he's not messing around. He's the one that's going to try and earn the stability, earn the money, get the stable job. So this guy don't piss around with offers. He's trying to get to stability here. So that is the sense here. We may have been single and footloose and fancy free, and now we're thinking we're going to narrow it down here because they're just feeling it. They're fed up with the rat race of going in and out and not getting anything more than, right? They want something deeper, something more solid. Look at, what is this? Okay, Knight of Pentacles, right? I had to look at the element because this is the Queen of Wands. So they are not a matched pair, but they are Queen of Wands. She's fire energy. She's turning it on, right, for this man. He's biting. Like they're both into each other, essentially. So not only is the man making an offer like that he wants to follow through on, but they're really turning each other on. Like she's turning him on, is what they're saying here. Next card is the Lovers. Now, in this deck, the Lovers means 2 options. So there is a sense here that somebody has to make a decision, whether it's the female that has 2 males that she's got coming her way, or the masculine has 2 females that he's dealing with. Either way, there's a sense here we got to nail it to one because there's 2 people in the field here. Okay. So on top of the Knight of Pentacles, which is about stable offers. We have the King of Wands. Again, here we get into the 18 plus stuff. The King of Wands. Now, he is sitting on his throne of passion. Oh, man. And he is looking forward in that. So this man is looking for someone he is a passionate match to. I feel like he's got his eye on somebody, but he may have two of them, right? Because this guy's facing this way and this one's facing the other way. So there may be two women here that he's got to make a decision. Like he has some, I feel like there's a genuineness in one direction and a passion in another. So we have to make up our mind which one that is. Queen of Wands, what's she up to? Well, the Tower comes on her. So there's a sense here that something has come down. So they're showing, okay, I gotta go back. They're showing a woman here turning it on for a man. Now this is the masculine reading. So the man should be, this should be the masculine, right? He's playing, now listen, because he's made an offer to someone, but there may be someone else playing him up and he's indulging in that as well. Now the Knight of he's just a knight, he ain't no king. A king, he would be loyal. The knight, he may play around. Not usually his character, this guy, but this is a different element. This is the Wands, right? And then they put the King of Wands. Again, he's usually, a lot of the kings are supposed to be loyal. I get us, give me a minute. Yeah. It's one is passion and one is loyalty. Like there's a sense of future loyalty and whatnot, and a softness. How do you say, like an innocence to this one? And then there's someone he's got heavy passion for. So he is split down the middle. Okay, simple as that. Now this here, Queen of Wands, she's turning it on, or he's being turned on by her. There's a Tower moment. So we may get found out by one or the other here. One or the other finds out and creates havoc. Now, on top of the Lovers, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is somebody's fed up. They've had enough, but they're going to keep fighting. And that's the sense I get here, is either this man is found out or told on, or somebody comes out of the blue and says something and it creates havoc. But somebody ain't giving up here. Somebody's going to get one final push, and I don't know if it's the masculine. I feel it's the masculine, because he may have two women here or two partners in a situation where they are not, they're fed up. Is the sense I'm getting now as we get into the sex side. On the man in his throne. We have the 12, which is the King or the Knight of Swords, and that is about someone going forth in defending themselves, ready for a fight. So it's almost like this man is preparing to make, he either has made an offer to a woman or is preparing to make an offer to a woman, and because of this, he has to defend his ground. He has to defend her or defend his ground to go after this woman. Yeah. Okay. Now on the Tower, again, 18 plus, we get 13 of Cups, which is about the seducer. So again, we have two seducing cards. Look at this. These are two seducing cards. And a Tower in between. What's going on? So I think what happened is, I think this man, in a strategically placed, I think this man got seduced by another woman while he was in the midst of unionizing with someone else. So he made a solid offer to someone, and in the meantime, he got, how do you say, tempted, and he that's what happened. He got tempted by someone. and now is having to stand his ground over that, whether it's to the partner or whatnot. So this last final push here, what do we get on there? We get the 5, and that is about not being able to hold back. That's indulging when we know we shouldn't. Because this guy, he's related to this woman in the deck, Casanova. He's related to her, but he can't resist. So he just goes through. So that's a 5 of Swords. It's about, not betrayal, but what's the word they give it? So there's a sense here, this man, the masculine, is trying to go in the direction, to make an offer to the one of the women, but he is tempted, and succumbs really to the powers of someone else. So therefore the Tower comes, right, and it all gets exposed. Sense is it gets exposed no matter, like it's not able to hold it back. 5 of Swords, hold on here. There's a word. Yeah, dishonor. Yeah, dishonor. So what is the love card that will help this guy out of here? I don't know. Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Well, I don't think you had a problem with that. But I think what it is that love from your heart, not from, you need to be passionate, but I feel like this man was kind of going from passion alone, which I don't know, that's hard to say, but there's a sense here that, there's passion here, and I don't know how much love was on the other side of that. That's the thing. Where was the love, right? And that's the sense I'm getting, is we need to go to love. And the sense here is that one carries passion and the other one carries purity, right? So, and the sense is that it kind of all got busted anyway. Unfortunately, it all got blown out, meaning in a bad way. It got exposed. So at least there's that. At least it's on the table, because nobody can deny, because it's on there. So for the masculine, you focus on love, and that's the thing. You want to make sure that it's love you're going for, not lust, right? And then for the female, it says speak the language of love. And I feel like that's communicating openly with the partners that you have. Funny, because I'm just getting an imprint here. The females are not with valid partners, and the males are coming across valid partners and overlooking. So it's interesting. That's what they're showing me. The females not even in the right vicinity. We're loving up on partners that don't deserve it. And I was having that in my room as well, readings. And the males are just, they're kind of overlooking. They're not grasping where they need to be. So if they had a true love that come in, it's like they wouldn't even know. They wouldn't know. They would just kind of next, that kind of thing. So need to be more aware, more depth for the males. And for the females, they need to communicate more what they're feeling. And hopefully that'll help you. That's for the week. It's pretty heavy energies. Got a few different cards here. I'm working from trying to get into a nice vibe here, but this one was all over the place. So hopefully that helps you for your week. Oh man. Yeah. So take care, have fun, and be kind. And hopefully you guys get something out of the readings. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend.